Hello everyone, my name is Rizwan and welcome to the Nowhere. So today we'll be solving problem 74 of the Leetcode problem sheet, which is search a 3D, which is search a 2D matrix. So in this problem, what we have to do, we have to search an element which is inside a matrix. One thing about this matrix is it is a sorted element. So while we go from left to right, the magnitude of the elements is going to increase. And if we go from right to the left, the magnitude of the elements is going to decrease. And also, if we go from top to the bottom, the magnitude is going to increase. And also, if we go from bottom to the top, the magnitude is going to decrease. So this is one of the properties of the sorted matrix. So we have to keep in mind. Here, what we have to do is we have to find a target. In this case, it is three. If the in the example given, it is three. So how are we going to approach the problem? Suppose our if our target was 16, what we can do is we can analyze first of all while before getting the target. What we have to do, we have to find uh, the row that the target exists in. First, we have to find the row that the target exists in, and then we have to find the column that the target exists in. So that's how we are going to get the target. We'll know if it exists in the matrix or not. So first of all, we'll be getting the row. How will we get the row number that the target exists in? So suppose if the target is 16, all right, we will compare it with the last element of the row. All right. So suppose for this row, the last element is 7 and the target is 16. If the target is greater than the last element of the last element of the row, then what we'll do is we'll simply iterate. We'll simply iterate the row plus 1, right? And again, we will check if the last element of the row is greater or equal to the target. All right. So here is 20 greater or equal to the 16. Yes. So it means that the target is in this row. So we got our row. Now is time for the now it is time for to look for the column. All right. So how are we going to get our column? What we will do is we will iterate. We will put L is equal to 0 and R is equal to length of the columns present in the matrix. So from 0 to the last column, we will put the L and R. All right. So this is going to be this is how we are going to assign them. And after that, what we'll do is we will we'll get the middle value. How are we going to get the middle value? Okay, mid column, we are going to get the mid column. We'll float division. We'll do the float division, and we'll get the middle row. For example, in this case, 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 divided by 2 is equal to 1. All right. So we will compare it with this. All right. So this is going to be our middle column. So if the target, we will check for this. So in this, we are in row this. This is our row, right? Which element is going to be checked? 11 is going to be checked. If 11 is equal to if 11 is equal to the, is equal to the target, then we will return the true. If it is not, then what are we going to do? We are going to iterate. If it is greater than the target, all right, then we will move towards the left. If it is less than the target, then we'll move towards right. All right. So if we'll move towards right here, we have to move towards right because it is our target is 16. and 11 is less than 16. So we will move towards right. All right. So, and then again, we are going to check if the target is, so our pointer is going to be here at 16. So we will check if the target is equal to or not. If we got our element. So if it is equal, then it is going to return true, and it will check for each and every element. All right, it is going to check for each and every element. So if the element is not present in the if the equality condition is not will not get fulfilled, then it is going to return false. So here, this is the condition. Now we'll get to the code. I'll explain the code in detail. So we have to put the top in at 0 and bottom of the matrix is equal to, this is going to be the value of the bottom of the matrix. So while top less than bottom, so we have to make sure that the top does not cross the bottom. And okay, and then we will iterate if we'll give our conditions. If the matrix top -1, if the, okay, as I explained before, if the top, if the end of the matrix, so top is equal to 0 first, as we have put here, right? Top is equal to 0 and -1. So we will iterate from 0 to -1, which will give us the 7, right? So which will give us 7. So is it greater than, is it, we'll check the condition if this element, if the last element of the row is less than target. If it is less than the target, then what are we going to do? We are simply going to iterate +1. Right? Top will be +1 and the top is going to get here. And same thing will happen until the condition gets fulfilled. Okay, else break. We're going to break. If the condition gets fulfilled, which means that the 7, sorry, that the last element present in the matrix, present in the row, will either be greater or equal to the target. All right. So this will give us our row. One thing we have to add here is that well, at the edge case we have to add here. So suppose if the target is 80, all right, what will we do then? Because it doesn't exist in any other row. So it is greater than, if the target, it doesn't exist in the matrix, and it is greater than each and every element present in the row. So what will happen is the matrix will, we're not allowed, the value of the top cannot get greater than 2. So if get is greater than 2 in this matrix, in this case, so what it is going to, it will immediately return false. All right. So but in case of 80, the value of the top will be 3. How so? So we are going to check. So if the matrix, for example, when the top will be here, will be when the iteration, when the top will be equal to 2. All right. So it means the top will be in this row. All right. So the value of the top is going to be 2, and the target will not be here. All right. So the target 60 will be less than, 60 is less than 80. So what it is going to do? It is going to return top +1. So the value of the top will be 3. So it will break while going back inside the while loop. The while loop is going to break. All right. But the value of the top will be 3. All right. Top value will be here 3 in this case. All right. So what we are doing, we are working here with top again and again. We are working with the top. So the value of the top cannot get greater than 3. If uh, cannot get greater than 2 in this case, which is the len of the matrix. So what we have to do, uh, we have to put another condition in place. So if top greater than bottom, which is equal to len of the matrix -1, then it was immediately going to return false. So this is the bottom case that we have to write, we have to keep in mind. And after that, it is the same, it is simple. I hope I was able to make you understand the case. If you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Also put the suggestions in the comment section. And if you're watching this on Facebook, do follow the page. Thank you.